In the last video, we have seen relationship between Kc and Kp, and now we will solve some problems based on relationship between Kc and Kp. The very first problem is write the relationship between Kc and Kp for the following reaction. The reaction is formation of ammonia N2 plus 3H2 giving 2NH3. So what you have to do when the relationship between Kc and Kp is asked, you are supposed to write first of all expression for Kp. See, all the reactants and products, they are in gaseous phase, gaseous state. So Kp expression you are going to write in terms of partial pressure. So Kp is equal to partial pressure of ammonia raised to 2 upon partial pressure of N2 into partial pressure of H2 raised to 3. You know now how to get expression for Kp, like Kc, isn't it? Now, what you have to do, you have to convert this pressure in terms of concentration. Because the question is, what is the relationship between Kp and Kc? So Kp expression we have written. Okay. Now see, for ideal gas, you know PV is equal to nRT, and therefore P is equal to N by V RT. N by V is nothing but number of moles per liter. V is volume, N is number of moles. So number of moles per liter, that is concentration, CRT. Okay. So in general, P is equal to concentration into RT. So pressure, partial pressure of ammonia is equal to concentration of ammonia into RT. Partial pressure of N2 is equal to concentration of N2 in moles per liter into RT, and partial pressure of H2 is equal to concentration in moles per liter of H2 into RT. Okay, so we have got these partial pressures of ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen in terms of concentrations by using equation PV is equal to nRT. Now you are going to substitute these partial pressures, okay, in this expression of Kp. So after substituting, what you will get? Kp is equal to partial pressure of ammonia raised to 2. So NH3 concentration raised to 2 into RT raised to 2. Okay, upon partial pressure of N2. Partial pressure of N2 is concentration of N2 into RT. And partial pressure of H2 raised to 3. So concentration of H2 raised to 3 into RT raised to 3. So concentration of ammonia upon concentration of N2 into H2 raised to 3, concentration terms we are taken together, into RT raised to 2 upon RT raised to this 1 plus 3, 4. Okay. So concentration of ammonia upon concentration of N2 into H2 raised to 3, this is nothing but Kc, isn't it? Kc expression. So Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to this 2 minus 4. Simple mathematical steps. Okay, that is equal to minus 2. So Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to minus 2. Okay, so this way you are able to get relationship between Kc and Kp for any reaction. You are supposed to write first of all Kp expression. Okay, then by using PV is equal to nRT, express partial pressures in terms of concentrations, and then substitute, and then get final relationship. We will see one more problem like this. See, write the relationship between Kc and Kp for, now reaction is H2 plus I2 giving 2HI. H2 plus I2 giving 2HI, all are in gaseous phase. So Kp expression is, yes, partial pressure of HI raised to 2 upon partial pressure of H2 into partial pressure of I2. Again PV is equal to nRT. So partial pressure is equal to N by V RT, that is concentration in number of moles per liter into RT. This way partial pressure of HI is equal to concentration of HI into RT. Partial pressure of H2 is equal to concentration of H2 into RT, and partial pressure of I2 is equal to concentration of I2 into RT. So if you substitute all these in Kp expression, what you will get? Kp is equal to partial pressure of HI raised to 2. Na? What partial pressure for HI we have got here? HI into RT. So HI raised to 2 into RT raised to 2. Then partial pressure of H2. What it is? Concentration of H2 into RT. That you are going to substitute. Isn't it here? And then partial pressure of I2. It is raised to 1 because coefficients for H2 and I2 are 1 in balanced chemical equation. For HI they are 2. Coefficient is 2 and therefore it is raised to 2. Okay. So I2 concentration into RT. Then take RT terms together and concentration terms together. HI raised to 2 upon H2 into I2. This will come as Kc and RT raised to 2 upon RT raised to 2. So 2 minus 2 it will be. So Kp will be equal to Kc into RT raised to 2 minus 2. Okay. So Kp will be equal to K into Kp is equal to Kc because RT raised to 0 it will be. Isn't it? So depending upon the particular reaction, you will get different Kc-Kp relationship. Steps are similar, but finally you will get different relationships. Now see, the next topic is homogeneous and heterogeneous equilibria. Homogeneous and heterogeneous equilibria. So first of all, you should know what is the meaning of homogeneous and heterogeneous reactions. Homogeneous reactions are the reactions in which all the reactants and products are in the same physical state. They are in the same physical state means what? Either they will be all in solid state or liquid state or gaseous state. So homogeneous reactions are the reactions in which all the reactants and products are in the same physical state. Okay. If such reactions are reversible, then equilibrium will be attained. And the equilibrium attained during such reactions is homogeneous equilibrium. Okay. So for example, 2HI giving H2 plus I2 all are in gaseous state. So at equilibrium, okay, all the reactants and products are in gaseous state, same phase, same state, and therefore it is homogeneous equilibrium. Okay. Heterogeneous equilibrium. What are heterogeneous reactions? Heterogeneous reactions are the reactions in which the reactants and the products, okay, they are in different physical states. Okay, so they can be there can be a mixture of solid, liquid, gas, or solid and liquid, or liquid and gas, like that. And the equilibrium attained during such reactions is heterogeneous equilibrium. For example, many reactions are there. See, NH3 in gaseous phase plus Cl2 in gaseous phase, giving NH4Cl in solid phase. So reactants are in gaseous phase, product is in solid state. Okay, we can have CaCO3 solid giving CaO solid plus CO2 gaseous. So if you observe, reactant is in solid phase, products, one of the product is in solid phase and another one is in gaseous phase. Okay, so this is reversible reaction, and equilibrium, at equilibrium the reactants and products, they are in different physical states, and therefore such equilibrium is known as heterogeneous equilibrium. You know equilibrium term very well now. Rate of forward and reverse reactions are same. Okay, equilibrium constant for heterogeneous equilibria. The next part is equilibrium constant K for heterogeneous equilibria. We are going to see Kc. It can be Kc or Kp, isn't it? While writing expression for Kc for heterogeneous equilibria, okay, concentrations of solids and pure liquids. See carefully. While writing the expression of Kc for heterogeneous equilibria, concentrations of solids and pure liquids in equilibrium with gases are considered as unity. Means what? See the example. If you have a reaction CaCO3 solid giving CaO solid plus CO2 gaseous, means it is heterogeneous reaction. So heterogeneous equilibria is at equilibrium we will be having heterogeneous equilibrium. So what is the Kc expression for this? Kc is equal to concentration of CaO into concentration of CaCO3 CO2 upon concentration of CaCO3. This is Kc expression. But concentrations of solids, moles per liter, they will remain constant. They are not going to change, and therefore when you are writing Kc expression, solid terms you are going to omit. So it will be simply concentration of CO2 gaseous. Okay. If you have, take one more example, H2O liquid into H2O gas. Okay. So for gaseous phase, number of moles, they change very fast. Okay. But for liquids, number of moles per liter, they remain constant. So like solids, for liquids also, the liquid term in Kc expression you are going to omit. So Kc will be equal to, actually it will be H2O gas upon H2O liquid. But H2O liquid, as it is unity, it is constant. Therefore it will be, Kc expression will be only H2O gaseous. Okay. Now one more example, I2 solid giving I2 gaseous. Okay. So actual expression will be I2 gaseous upon I2 solid. But I2 solid is constant, and therefore expression will be only Kc is equal to I2 in gaseous form. Okay. So this is about heterogeneous equilibrium constant for heterogeneous equilibria. So we'll stop here and continue chapter in the next video.